So, what is the role of an exorcist in the modern world?
Well, an exorcism is a sacramental. It's the right of the church to cast out demons from someone who's possessed. Now, most people are not fully possessed, so they don't need a solemn exorcism. Even someone, if they're demonically afflicted, we call that oppression or obsession, and some regular deliverance prayers are fine. But when someone's fully possessed, that's when we say the rite of exorcism.
Can I ask you, how many exorcisms would you do in a typical week?
Well, our center has about 20 sessions a week. And someone who's fully possessed, often it takes about 2 to 4 years, frankly, for them to be liberated. Now, the good news is someone has a lesser form, what we call obsession or oppression, usually just a handful of sessions and they're fine. But for someone who's fully possessed, sadly, that takes a lot longer.
Are you doing any exorcisms while you're here in Ireland?
I'm not doing exorcism while I'm here in Ireland. I don't do any exorcism outside my own diocese. I have faculties to do exorcisms within my diocese. The priest gets his faculties from his bishop and is able to do exorcisms there. But outside, I don't have the church's approval to do that. Now, I can say deliverance prayers. I can say lesser forms, but not a solemn exorcism.
Okay. Can I ask you about your new book? You mentioned your encounters with clouds. Could you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, first of all, read the book. You can just take snippets out of the book. But let me say that any exorcist is used to sort of face-to-face confrontations with evil. People think that Satan either doesn't exist or this is abstract concept. And actually, no, you learn as an exorcist that there are real demons and Satan does exist, and it's a real fight. That. And this has been going on not just in our religion, but almost every religion in the world has an exorcism rite per se.
You yourself are a psychologist. You have a background in the science of psychology. Does it often surprise people that you bring rationality as well as faith?
Yeah, people don't think that. People think that exorcists these days don't really understand the true nature of psychology and all the mental illnesses. Listen, I've been a practicing psychologist for 30 years. I understand mental illness, and there's a difference. There's a real difference between someone who's mentally ill or maybe thinks they have demons versus someone who's levitating off the floor and spitting out stuff and vomiting black, curses.
Are you ever scared?
No, Jesus is Lord. No, actually, one thing you learn as an exorcist is when you throw just a little bit of holy water, the demons start screaming. As Father Gabriel Moore, the famous exorcist, said, "I'm not afraid of Satan. Satan's afraid of me."